I used to be one of them. A Bitcoin maximalist through and through. I believed that any coin that wasn't BTC was a distraction, a shitcoin, or a temporary vaporware project destined for zero. I held my keys tight through the 2021 mania and the 2022 collapse, repeating the mantra, Bitcoin is the only true sovereign money. But then something changed. I didn't lose my faith in decentralization. I found something that did it better. I did the unthinkable. I liquidated a significant portion of my Bitcoin position to build a massive bag of Kaspa. Was it a moment of madness, or was it the most calculated financial move of my life? Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the great flippening. We aren't just talking about a price pump, we are talking about a fundamental shift in the power dynamics of proof of work. I'm going to show you the math, the tech, and the economic reality that forced a diehard Maxi to pivot. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the crown of digital cash is moving from the king to the challenger. If Satoshi Nakamoto released Bitcoin today, would it look like the slow giant we know, or would it look exactly like Kaspa? Let's talk cold, hard numbers. I love Bitcoin, but we have to be honest about where it is in its life cycle. Bitcoin is $1 trillion asset. For Bitcoin to give you a 10x return from here, it needs to reach a market cap of roughly $15 trillion to $20 trillion, surpassing the entire market cap of gold. Is $1 million Bitcoin possible? Absolutely. But it is a slow multi-decade grind. It is an inheritance play. Now look at Kaspa. Even with its massive growth, Kaspa is still a mid-cap gem in the grand scheme of the global financial market. For Kaspa to 50x or even 100x, it doesn't need to eat the global economy, it just needs to reach the valuation that Ethereum or Solana held in their prime. As an investor, I had to ask myself, do I want to wait 10 years for a 5x, or do I want to position myself in the only proof-of-work asset that has the mathematical runway to pull a 100x? When you understand the law of large numbers, you realize that Bitcoin is the fortress but Kaspa is the rocket ship. The wealthiest investors don't buy the top. They buy the tech that's destined to sit next to the top. The most common narrative in crypto is that Bitcoin is digital gold. And I agree. It is heavy, it is secure, and it is slow. You don't take a bar of gold to the grocery store to buy milk, you keep it in a vault. But Satoshi's white paper wasn't titled, a peer-to-peer electronic gold system, it was a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Bitcoin has largely failed as cash due to its 10-minute block times and high fees during congestion. This is where the digital silver narrative for Kaspa becomes undeniable. Kaspa is designed to be spent. It is instant. It is fluid. While Bitcoin sits in the vault of institutional reserves, Kaspa is built to be the medium of exchange for the entire world. It's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. But here's the kicker. In the history of finance, the asset that is used most frequently by the masses often generates more velocity and value than the asset that just sits in a safe. By selling some BTC for KS, I'm betting on the velocity of money over the stagnation of wealth. A currency that's too slow to use isn't a currency, it's a museum piece. Are you investing in the future or the past? For over a decade, we were told the blockchain trilemma was impossible to solve. You couldn't have decentralization, security, and speed all at once. Bitcoin chose decentralization and security, sacrificing speed. Solana chose speed, sacrificing decentralization. But Kaspa is different. Using the GHOSTDAG protocol, Kaspa isn't a chain, it's a BlockDAG. It doesn't orphan blocks, it weaves them together. This allows for 1 block per second currently, with 10 to 100 blocks per second on the horizon. Imagine a network with the same fair launch, purity and proof-of-work security as Bitcoin, but it settles transactions faster than a Visa swipe. There is no 10 minutes bottleneck here. There is no waiting for 6 confirmations while you stand at a register. This is research-driven innovation that doesn't compromise on Satoshi's core principles. When I saw the BlockDAG in action, I realized the technical debt of traditional blockchains was becoming a liability. Kaspa is the evolution. In a world where high-frequency trading and instant gratification rule, 10 minutes might as well be 10 years. I know what the Bitcoin maxis will say. They'll talk about network effects and battle testing. They'll say Bitcoin is the only one that's truly decentralized because of its massive node network. And they have a point. Bitcoin's resistance to change is its greatest strength. But that same resistance makes it a dinosaur. Critics point to Kaspa's pruning mechanisms or its rapid emission schedule as weaknesses, but these are actually calculated engineering choices to ensure the network can handle global scale without bloating. Kaspa is solving problems that Bitcoin hasn't even begun to address because Bitcoin isn't trying to be a payment network anymore. The tension between Bitcoin's conservative stability and Kaspa's aggressive innovation is the defining conflict of our era. I didn't leave Bitcoin because I stopped believing in its mission. I left because I found a project that was actually finishing the mission Bitcoin started. History is littered with unmatched leaders who were eventually overtaken by those who dared to innovate. Make no mistake, I still respect Bitcoin. It paved the way. It is the genesis. But as an investor and a technologist, I cannot ignore the superior efficiency of the BlockDAG. Selling my Bitcoin for Kaspa wasn't an act of betrayal. It was an act of alignment with the original goal of decentralized, peer-to-peer electronic cash. We are moving toward a dual-asset world where Bitcoin is the sovereign reserve and Kaspa is the sovereign transactional layer. But if you look at the market caps, the opportunity for life-changing wealth is clearly tilted toward the challenger. The great flippening isn't necessarily about market cap, it's about the flippening of utility. I'm betting on the tech that works, the math that scales, and the vision that actually puts power to the people in their daily pockets, not just their long-term savings. The most expensive mistake in crypto is being married to a legacy when the future is knocking on your door. The world of blockchain is shifting faster than ever, and the window to position yourself in high-utility, proof-of-work assets like Kaspa won't stay open forever. We are witnessing the birth of a new financial standard. If you found value in this deep dive and you want to stay ahead of the curve as the BlockDAG revolution unfolds, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We don't just follow price action here, we follow the fundamental innovations that are rewriting the rules of money. Share your thoughts in the comments. Are you a Bitcoin purist, or are you ready for the digital silver era? Your support helps us keep bringing you the most authentic data-backed insights in the space. Stay curious, stay decentralized, and I'll see you in the next one. Take full control of your crypto with Ledger Live. Manage thousands of coins and NFTs securely in one place. Buy, swap, stake, and grow your portfolio with ease. Trusted by 7+ million users, Ledger Live keeps your assets safe by integrating with Ledger hardware wallets for maximum security. Say goodbye to third-party risks and hello to true financial freedom. Download Ledger Live now. Click the link in the description to get started. Crypto taxes don't have to be a nightmare. Coinly calculates your taxes in under 20 minutes. No spreadsheets, no headaches. Sync your crypto assets with one click. Whether you're trading, staking, or using DeFi, import your trades, track your portfolio, and generate ready-to-file tax reports effortlessly. Join thousands who trust Coinly to simplify their crypto taxes. Make tax season stress-free. Click the link in the description to get started with Coinly today. The information contained herein is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing herein shall be construed to be financial, legal, investment, or tax advice. The content of this video is solely the opinions of the channel owner, who is not a licensed financial advisor or registered investment advisor. Trading cryptocurrencies poses a considerable risk of loss. Please use your best judgment when dealing with cryptocurrencies and don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose. The channel does not guarantee any particular outcome.